I always wanted to fly in some of the planes that my brother had flown in. Well, it turns out that the Stearman was the same plane as my older brother trained in. He trained in 1942 and 43.
Our mission at Dream Flights is to give back to those who gave. We say thank you by taking them on a dream flight in these World War II biplanes.
I'm the second of four boys in the family. The other three are all pilots, and I always wanted to fly in some of the planes that my brother had flown in. During the World War II, I never had anything to do with Navy pilots, Navy flying. I enlisted in November of 1942, just after I turned 17. When I turned 18, I knew I'd be drafted, and I wanted to be sure I get into the Navy. I was sent to Miami to learn to handle small ships or anything ranging from a little minesweep up to a destroyer in size. The Navy also tested us on hearing, being able to distinguish two tones. They sent you to sound school to become an anti-submarine warfare officer, which they sent me to sound school. I was assigned to a destroyer. It had been hit by a kamikaze off Okinawa. Following the repair of the ship, we went back for further training in the Pacific, and by that time, the war was over. I've tried to stay very active, basically walking. And so walking out to that flight, no, I wanted to be sure the weather didn't change or something that slowed down the dream flight. No, I was excited. I find out that since I'm now 100, to come back next year, I can fly again. It was a wonderful experience. It's a very good plane to fly in, to view the ground. You can see everything from it. And the only thing I found was that plane to taxi, since it's the old tail down on the ground, your engine's in front of you, you're sitting there, you can't see anything in front of you directly. So they fishtail down the runways. I asked one of my brothers about this, said, well, here you've got 40 or 50 air cadets learning to fly, fishtailing down a runway. I said, I assume they were accidents. And he laughed and said, oh yeah, there were quite a number of accidents. The pilot who was behind me, I was in the forward seat, she was in the back. She could talk to me, but I couldn't talk back, so I couldn't convince her with hand motions that we ought to do some stunts. No, I can see that teaching students in this plane, my brother said, I forgot how many hours my older brother had on them. You can do stunts with them and their plane is very good. When they solo you and then you start flying, he said, you can go off and do anything you want.
When we see the veterans and the emotion that it brings to them and the joy, it just comes back to us tenfold. They think they'll never fly again, and getting the opportunity to come out and into a World War II plane and fly is pretty amazing.
But I think if they have enough veterans, I think they should get the chance. But I think they just should expand it a little, and I'll take another space.